Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
On first down, James. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The numbers for him from a week ago, 5 catches, 51 yards and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is number 1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
Out wide was the youngest player in the NFL in 2017, Juju Smith-Schuster. And he also had the longest reception in the league last season at 97 yards. Actually well-schooled in route running and able to run for both outside and moving inside to the slot position in order to make big plays.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what did the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. We take a glance now at the starters on the defensive side of the ball for Pittsburgh. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 71 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On third down, that's Parsons. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, it wasn't so much that it looked like the offense was threatening. They were. I mean, they had great field position, but how about the defense on that one? Huge stop on third down. It wasn't just a stop. Look at the loss of yardage, and it changes the play calling and the thought process for the offense now. Big-time play for the D, and now they have the advantage.
And that's blocked. The Steelers get it. An early special teams wake-up call there, their first drive, and they have the punt block.
And obviously they were giving the ball up, but that's not the way it's supposed to conclude. That ball's supposed to be downfield, better field position for your defense to work off of. Instead, you've given up a momentum play, and now you've got the other side excited.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go!
Here's James on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Here we go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
James from the gun, he'll throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go! Brad 38!
To throw is James. Operating from the gun. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Let's go!
Now they'll run on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Come on, let's go!
James now on 3rd down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, If you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. A lot of things on offense.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat. This is caught inside the 15. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better. Defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that. Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall.
Yo, Kurt.
Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
He's fielded at the 2.
You know WR charges for VA changes, right?
26-yard line just across
I guess
the
it's a little
25.
10.
Nah, I got you. There you put your name on the roster.
The running back
I ain't gonna have it till the play.
There you go.
They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going?
That's what I usually do. So when I ask somebody, I don't put their name on the roster.
Try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people and plays.
I've been wanting to change it, man. That big brother took just too long. Everybody knows my name on Twitter.
That's very true, kids. Look it up.
You saw his captain, bro. Oh, he put a smiley face in your name this shit.
Yeah, smile at these motherfuckers after the dub. You good?
Defensive basketball team.
Niggas is really losing the AC and D. I just killed him yesterday.
I ain't seen NC play in a while.
And this one incomplete as well.
This is tough, boy. This is...
They didn't drug him back out?
You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance. What they're doing. I think the back out.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency.
I think I'm gonna bring my 6'10" out, bro, because he was kind of small right there.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust to account for that?
Yeah, that's it. 2 6'11", man. Y'all 2 6'11". I want them to 6'8".
Nah, I'm about to high, so that only to the cooler. That's what you really want. But if you go to 16, you can switch it down. Like he play either or with you. Just defense, you get your pay. You know.
And that's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always to try to make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually
they got a sharp rebound. I don't know.
Stop, break, and come back and get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
I know what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna bring 6'10" out. So like if they got a sharp rebounder out there type shit, we can hollow it. But if they got like clear glass or some shit, I'm gonna switch and get 6'8". I'm gonna just close out. Huh?
No. You guys should say
6'8".
Officially no gain on the play.
Right the way you most comfortable with.
Don't know what both of them motherfuckers. It just, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I just, you know what I'm saying, depending on the lineup and how I play with them.
Talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said,
No,
nah,
you
man,
dog
you just
like
don't
a
hold a lot of guys.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. It doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Oh.
Back to throw.
Allergies.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the
Both on those
Steelers
is
put
tough.
a
That's
stop
what
to the
took it.
action with a timeout defensively. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Come on, let's go.
Now James throwing on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
Throwing on 1st down. James. And he's got his big tight
Oh,
end.
it was so good.
Complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back to throw. James. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down and fumble the ball.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Here's James. A final shot before break. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go.
A final shot before break. James. And this one is incomplete. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game is to be in on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking to throw. James firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. 65 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. No matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards and first down. That fits the bill.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness.
Yeah.
Think about running the ball here.
Yeah.
Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively,
Let's just say after I was finishing this man game in the 4th and 2 o'clock. You hear me? Yeah, I'm almost done. It's almost over.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on,
See,
how
I'm
about
sorry?
the execution of that defense right
It's at the
there.
4 minimum.
Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like
Trust
he
me, they're
needed
gonna
to
take
make a
his
play,
money. It's
right?
gonna be
Yeah,
on.
exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's
Yeah,
nothing
bro.
available there
Got
for
rid
him.
of hurt.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
James looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Flynn. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Here we go. What? 90.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
11 more on that one and another 1st down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw is James on 1st and 10. And the Steelers are in for the touchdown.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it now out of the gun, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
He's still rolling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one, despite the heavy workload. So you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run.